Hello everyone, here is the storyline for the episode that aired last night. In this episode, Nayeon refuses to apologize to Suji. She goes home and locks herself in her room. Yoonja, who is worried about Nayeon, wants to know who slapped Nayeon on the cheek. Seeing Suji's reaction, Yoonja concludes that it was Suji who slapped Nayeon. Yoonja slaps Suji and tells her to apologize to Nayeon. However, Suji firmly refuses and states that Nayeon is the one who should apologize to her. Boksun intervenes and stops Yoonja's anger by saying that all family members know how Suji is. If Suji claims that Nayeon has to apologize and Suji slapped Nayeon, it must be because Nayeon did something wrong. Yoonja tells Boksun that Boksun is unfair, suggesting that Boksun defends Suji only because Nayeon is not Boksun's biological granddaughter. Boksun responds by asking if Yoonja slapped Suji without asking what really happened, just because Suji wasn't Yoonja's biological daughter. Based on this sentence, it can be concluded that Suji is Jangsu's biological daughter or Jangsu's brother's biological daughter, making her Boksun's biological granddaughter. On the other hand, Nayeon is Yoonja's biological daughter, whom Yoonja brought into Jin's family when she married to Jangsu. After night passes, Suji is no longer angry with Nayeon, but Nayeon remains impudent. She demands that Suji persuade announcer Sun Jia so that she can take Sun Jin as class. Even if Nayeon hadn't caused abuse, Suji would have met announcer Sun Jia and asked for her help. However, announcer Sun Jia refuses to meet Suji, indicating that she won't give classes to Nayeon. This only fuels Nayeon's hatred towards Suji because Suji was unable to persuade announcer Sun Jia. In this episode, the dress that Nayeon secretly wore gets broken, and the stylist on duty that night has to take responsibility. Meanwhile, the stylist suspects that Nayeon was the one who ruined the dress, but Nayeon denies it. Her cunning mode distorts the fact to avoid taking responsibility. Additionally, the CCTV didn't record what Nayeon did that night. Another story comes from the director who makes a deal with Nayeon. Initially, he showed a video of Nayeon and Suji fighting and plans to share it with the public. However, he considers and offers Nayeon the opportunity to film at the Courtyard restaurant instead. Nayeon agrees to deal rather than having the video of her argument with Suji spread. That day, Nayeon becomes annoying again at the Courtyard restaurant. She enters the kitchen without permission and asks Sun Young personal questions. Her attitude and behavior are truly disgusting. She suspects that Sun Young is hiding something, which is why Sun Young doesn't want her restaurant to become famous. Seeing that Nayeon's attitude has crossed the line, Woo Chan kicks her out. Then Jung-sung suggests that Sun Young accept Nayeon's offer because it would have a positive impact on the restaurant's reputation. Jung-sung also mentioned that maybe they would still recognize Sun Young if she appeared on a television show. Sun Young remains silent and then goes to squirt Ara. Here, Jung-sung said that it seemed like Sun Young isn't mentally ready to meet them. The identity of Dae is still mysterious. Who exactly is that the Dae that Jung-sung is referring to? Is it Jin's family or Kim Mari's family? At the end of this episode, Suji replaces Uri on duty at night so that Uri can go home early. Coincidentally, that night, Sun Young brings food for Uri. But since Uri has already come home, Sun Young entrusts it to Garim to give to Suji and all the department staff on duty. In the final scene, Suji also meets Sun Young and they look similar. However, if Suji is Sun Young's daughter, then whose son is Uri? If they both had the same mother, there would be no way they could date or even get married. My hunch is that Suji is Kim Mari's daughter and Sun Young might have been Suji's nanny when Suji was still a child. Perhaps Sun Young used to cook for Suji and put her to sleep at night, and maybe Suji even thought Sun Young was her mother because they spent so much time together. Okay everyone, that's the storyline for this time and thank you for watching my video.